One thing I get asked very often on my channel is how to wake up earlier and maintain a morning routine. I was not always a morning person. Actually, I wasn't a night person either. But now, mornings are my favorite time of the day. These tips have helped me become a morning person, so I hope it helps you wake up earlier too. How to wake up earlier and reset your body clock to match whatever morning routine you need without any fear. And as the sun is starting to stay out a little bit longer and our days are getting longer, make sure to take advantage of that by creating routines that's going to help you feel fully rested and excited to start your days. Let's talk about your mentality. You need to prove to yourself that you can do this. Now, to prove it to yourself, you need more instances of you successfully waking up early in the morning than you snoozing and just going back to sleep. So let's focus on the benefits of waking up earlier. Practically speaking, you don't need to rush in the mornings because you have more time. You can have time to exercise before you study or work. You can get it out of the way first thing in the morning. If you want it badly enough, you can do this. But if you are not exercising or moving, it means it's not the biggest priority for you right now. But if you can make it happen, let's make it happen. A typical routine for me is waking up on my first alarm, I hop out of bed, and then I drink some water. I work out, and then I come home and I fuel my body with a smoothie, and I take vitamins every single day. And thank you so much to Ritual for sponsoring this portion of this video. I have been taking their multivitamins for years, and I did switch vitamins once upon a time, but then I always end up coming back to Ritual. My doctor also recommended taking prenatals even if there's only a 1% chance of possibly being pregnant. So I've been taking them ever since we got married, even if we weren't actively trying. But this prenatal is so easy to take because it's just 2 capsules daily that are essenced with mint or lemon, but I prefer the lemon. The mint goes down a little bit cold for me, and they're formulated with clean, high quality ingredients that are vegan, non-GMO, gluten, and major allergen free, which is very helpful. And Ritual shares the sources, suppliers, and studies behind their key ingredients so you can feel confident in the Ritual you take every single day, which is what really sold me. And Ritual is a subscription, so I don't have to remember to reorder my vitamins. Automatically delivered to my door monthly, so I never run out. So click my link below to get 25% off your first order. And if you don't like Ritual within the first 30 days, your first order is on them, and they have a bunch of different vitamins. So my mornings are really dedicated to taking care of my body and myself so that I am off to a great start. Then I usually spend a lot of my time doing work early in the morning because my brain starts to shut off after 3 p.m. For me, I actually didn't start working out and waking up earlier probably until I was 25. And at that age, I just really wanted to be the healthiest version of myself. Set a clear intention of why do you want to wake up earlier? Pursuing personal goals, exercising in the morning, creating a consistent workout routine, or simply enjoying some quiet time, spending time with God or reading. I find that the mornings are the best time to really focus and be mindful because the world is a little quieter. Any successful morning routine is dependent on your night routine. So let's talk about nighttime. Establishing a consistent sleep schedule. Now, everyone's schedule is different. Some nights you have friends over. I know this is going to vary. You want to stick to as close to a sleeping schedule as you can, within an hour or so. This helps regulate your body's internal clock, and it makes waking up easier, and you also feel more rested. I feel like 10:30 to 6:30 is a very reasonable schedule, and then I can work out around 7:15. But on the nights that I need to wake up at 5 a.m., I'll go to sleep at 9, but still around an hour-ish of the time I normally would want to go to sleep. Create a relaxing bedtime routine. Don't go through a lot of stimuli and eating a bunch of sugar, and then you're listening to loud music, and then you go to sleep. You want to create a nice, cool, restful environment for yourself that's dark. Make sure you turn off all headlights and just deal with little warm tone lights in your house. But this is your time to really practice, deep breathing, mindfulness, and allow yourself to rest and wind down. I touched on this a little bit already, but optimizing your bedroom to create a space that's comfortable for you. I call myself the princess and the pea because I literally can feel everything when I'm sleeping. I can hear everything. So when you are trying to prove to yourself that you can wake up earlier, one of the things we need to get rid of is the snooze button on our phones. I'm going to show you how to do that. If you have an iPhone, in your alarm clock, when you create an alarm, you want to scroll down, you're going to turn off the ability to snooze. Now, I know you're thinking, oh my gosh, what if I turn it off and I don't wake up for what I need to wake up for? You need to prove to yourself that you can wake up on the first try, and you're never going to know until you try. Oh my goodness, I didn't do what I need to do. Let me try again. That's the important part. Try again. Don't give up. Try again. Try again. No snooze button. At bedtime, limit your screen time and the blue light because it can be very distracting for your eyes and also for your mind because it's not able to rest. It's constantly being fed information or content. You can give it a rest. After about 8 or 9 o'clock, I just put my phone face down and I don't even check it anymore. But if you are watching TV, just be mindful of what kind of shows you're watching. I am an HSP, and when I watch really violent or sad or dramatic shows at night, I start to dream about it and I wake up very tired. Which leads me to my next point of managing your stress and your anxiety. I know a lot of people feel anxious, especially at nighttime when all the thoughts are running through your head. So I want you to focus on what you're thankful for that day. What happened that day? Even if something awful happened, can you find the good in it? At least. That's one of my favorite words to use. Complain, but at least. My boss was really upset with me today and I made someone unhappy, but at least I have a job that is consistent and I am able to pay for what I need to pay for. At least I have this bed that I can sleep in. It also helps to stretch your body before you go to sleep to allow yourself to wind down and kind of release all that tension. Although I like to do that early in the morning because I have so many thoughts in the morning. At nighttime, my brain kind of starts to turn off. Limit caffeine and alcohol intake. A lot of these things can really be stimulating to your body, and that's why so many people have a hard time sleeping. I know some people who are like, coffee doesn't affect me, I can have it any time, but can you get 8 hours of sleep at a reasonable time? But I have a different story. I can't have caffeine past 8 a.m. or I have a very hard time sleeping because I'm very sensitive, so I just don't drink caffeine. Now it's the morning and you didn't use the snooze button, you just turned off your alarm and you get out of bed immediately. Don't stay in there. Don't say 5 more minutes. Don't lie to yourself. It's not going to be 5 more minutes. Move yourself to the bathroom and splash some cold water on your face. Go to the bathroom and turn on some lights. You see in a lot of my morning routines, I'm just like, ugh, because that's the first sight of me seeing some bright lights. The cold water is really going to help you just kind of wake up and your body's going to start working. Next, get regular exercise. I find that exercise is now kind of like my version of coffee. It really gets my adrenaline up. I'm excited. I'm ready to go. It wasn't always like that because I really had to prove to myself over and over again that we can do this. Now, lighting is actually one of the most important things when it comes to resetting your body clock. Back in the day before Benjamin Franklin created the light bulb, people used to sleep 11 hours a day because they would just sleep when the sun started to go down and they would wake up when the sun rises. There's no light. I mean, they could light a fire. That's just what our bodies were used to doing back then. And now we've created like these systems and different ways to stay up later. But if your body doesn't want to, don't force it. If you need to go to sleep, go to sleep. The work will always be there. Have a stimulating morning. So we actually have a bunch of Google Homes in the kitchen, in the office, in our room, and we like to use the house speaker option where we play music early in the morning. Usually we have worship songs that are a little more upbeat and just makes us enjoy our mornings. Also making yummy food. I always look forward to my morning smoothies and just creating this morning routine that you're excited to start your day. And lastly, be patient and be persistent with yourself. If you're watching this video, there is a reason why you want to wake up earlier, or maybe you're just intrigued by someone who is able to sleep early and wake up earlier. My body loves it too. I wake up energized. I don't need coffee. I don't need a sugar rush. I love being able to take care of my body. It is a privilege that we get to do this. So no matter what time you need to wake up, I hope that this video helps you kind of think about some things on how to sleep earlier and how to wake up earlier, especially in 2024. If you like what you see, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you later. Bye!